Hello there. When exactly did starvation punishment become UK prison policy? All that lefty human rights hand-wringing we witness is just total because it falls flat on its face where our most prominent political prisoner is concerned, Tommy Robinson. All because the lefty woke mob did not like Tommy's main role in keeping attention focused on the groomers and other woke travesties, so trampling on their outrageous woke push for diversity at any financial and cultural cost to the average Brit. Here is the latest urgent update from Tommy Robinson's official X profile. Tommy is in solitary confinement for a non-criminal offence. Now they're trying to starve him. The prison has banned him from ordering food for a week. His only source of nutrition, tinned tuna and mackerel, just because he spoke to his son on speakerphone when on a call to another family member. They've blocked visits, cut off phone access, he's lost serious weight and his mental health is deteriorating. His human rights have been breached repeatedly. This is political persecution, plain and simple, and it's spiteful. If they go through with this on Monday, we'll have no choice but to call a protest next week directly outside Wood Hill Prison. Enough is enough. Now, Tommy orders what food he can from outside the prison because he cannot guarantee that any food coming to him from within the prison kitchens won't have been adulterated by other inmates of a certain demographic. But one assumes that ordering food from outside is considered as some sort of privilege that can be taken away on the basis that there is a prison kitchen. Now, I wonder if the prison governor has given Tommy and his legal team a cast iron guarantee that the food and drink he is given from within the prison is 100% safe. If not, why not? And given the state of UK prisons right now, why should he believe her? As far as I'm concerned, withholding Tommy's ability to source food from outside the prison is tantamount to a sentence of potential starvation that will do neither his psychological nor his physical well-being any good at all. Now add on the blocking of visits and telephone calls, and you don't need to be a psychiatrist to see the potential for fast accumulating psychological harm. Now, if even a tenth of what is emerging on social media about the state of Tommy's condition is true, then I wonder how some of the health professionals working in that establishment can look at themselves in the mirror. That is, if any of them get to see him at all, something that the rumour mill alludes to. But I will remind you that the Prison Reform Trust says on its website, a doctor or nurse should visit you every day to check how you are if they think there are health reasons, which means you should be removed from segregation. They should advise the prison of this. Are these visits happening? Now, the mainstream press will give this Tommy mistreated in prison claim as wide a berth as they can manage, as will mainstream politicians. So it is heartening to see Reform UK MP Rupert Lowe wading in with the following post on X. Whether you agree with Tommy Robinson's politics or not, he deserves to be treated humanely in prison with reasonable food, visits and support. I will write to the Ministry of Justice asking to ensure that a fair approach is being taken. But given his previous pronouncements on Tommy Robinson, I wonder what Rupert Lowe's boss, Nigel Farage, thinks about this intervention by one of his MPs. Now, former Reform UK London mayoral and Dover MP candidate Howard Cox, who had a bit of a falling out with the Reform UK party over Tommy Robinson, replied to Rupert Lowe on X saying, Rupert, I visited Tommy Robinson 2 weeks ago. I signed a non-disclosure agreement, so can't reveal details of my meeting. But I have espoused the same sentiments about him as you have shown in your media comments. The difference, however, I was threatened with expulsion by the new Reform HQ. As a result, I have had thousands of messages of support from disgruntled party supporters. And you have massive respect for doing the same. Why can't the rest of the leadership show the same grown-up response too? Good question and well asked. And as to the non-disclosure agreement, that is a reprehensible trick by the establishment to stop us finding out how Tommy is really faring inside. But it's not just the food and drink issue. There is also the matter of visits and outside contact. If all this is true, then it seems that the prison authorities, possibly with ministerial direction, is intent on destroying Tommy's mental health. If so, that is an egregious misuse of state power, especially by a nation that would then be openly lying to the world when it claimed to be a beacon of human rights. How can a country that keeps civil prisoners locked up in solitary conditions for political purposes for extended periods of time, causing a deterioration of the prisoner's health, be called a country that observes human rights? In short, it cannot. Especially if it will not consider release on licence, maybe tagged, to serve out the sentence given the unusual circumstances of the case. But that's what they will not countenance. They would rather the ultimate harm befell him in prison, so as to rid themselves of this troublesome political prisoner. And another thing on the establishment wish list will be for a physical response from Tommy, so they can charge him and get through the courts to keep him inside for years, or permanently section him. Or to get Tommy's supporters to do something silly, so they can do yet another crackdown on the far right. I now would put absolutely nothing past these lefty woke establishment cronies. They will do anything to maintain their pursuit of some sort of Marxist nirvana, with them in charge and the rest of us as unthinking serfs. And engaging in anti-Tommy lawfare is just another tool in their armoury. The establishment continually takes the... Anyway, please check out our other channel, Tripan Whatnot, link in the descriptions box, and please like, subscribe and comment below. And thank you for watching.